when I kissed that ring, you lost that right to hold that crown. I built you up, but you let me down. So when you fall, I take my turn and fan the flames as your blazes burn.
You were there at the turn, waiting to let me know. We're building it up to break it back down. We're building it up to burn it down. We can't wait to burn it to
When you fall, I take my turn and fan the flames as your blazes burn.
We can't wait to burn it to
When you fall, I take my turn and fan the flames as your blazes burn.
We can't wait to burn it to
Hello, everyone, and welcome back, or welcome to the VolState men's basketball game. If you're just joining us, the girls' game just wrapped up with a score of 47-50, with the Pioneers losing. So the last game that the boys basketball team played was January 29th, and that was a loss to Columbia State. They lost 89-48. And the leading scorer for the Pioneers that game was Levante Ivory. The last game that I commentated on, the star of the show was Taylor Groves. He started the game and immediately pulled a three from not exactly the logo, but probably 4 feet out from the three-point line. And he just kept doing that in the first half. And they ended up winning that game. And Taylor Groves was the player of the game for that. And here in a minute, we're going to be going over the starting roster, which it looks like they're about to start doing that right now, as VolState and the Bucks are making their way over to the bench, as some VolState players lag behind. We have Dion Subaran, who's making his way over to the bench with his team. And I'm interested to see what the game plan is for this game as we start the Jersey Mikes, or no, the Toyota of Gallatin starting lineup, sorry. For the VolState Pioneers, your starters are number 1, Taylor Groves, number 4, Isaiah Fuller, number 5, Willie Wilson, number 9, Jaden Nesbitt, and number 12, Levante Ivory. As for the Bucks, it is number 0, Dexter Lewis, number 2, Nathan Dillingham, number 4, Fernie Han, number 15, Taylor Stovall, and number 23, Tristan Fleming. Today I'm joined by AJ Fossen. He's our chief engineer, as well as Tamira Dreer. She's on the sound for today, as well as Freddie Miller. He is over there directing, I believe. And we also have Paris Howard. She's on camera too. And Gloria Taylor was also directing. And Sarah Carson is on cam too. And obviously my name is Kason Hollingsworth. I'm your only broadcaster for tonight. I have no co-hosts with me, so this should be fun as we're going over the VolState lineup here. They are running and announcing their players. And like I said, the last game that I commentated on, it was really a great game by both teams. They played Pellissippi, and they ended up winning that game. And it really came down to the wire there for a minute, but then VolState kind of pulled away with it. as we have number 9, Jaden Nesbitt, in the center of the court. He's going to be doing your tip-off for the Pioneers, as number 15, Taylor Stovall, will be who he is fighting for the ball with. As we are waiting for the referee's signal here. And he's giving a thumbs up, so I think this game is about to start. And the ref checking with all his other referee pals to see if everybody's ready. Blows the whistle, coming to the center of the court. And the Bucks win it. Tristan Fleming passes it to Dexter Lewis. Dexter Lewis is guarded by Groves. Stovall passes it to Nathan Dillingham. Ball ends up in hands. Passes it to Tristan Fleming. In the hands of, guarded by Groves. Missed ball, is short. Ball is out of bounds. VolState ball. Fuller is going to be passing it in for the Pioneers. Passes it to Groves. Groves guarded by Lewis. Driving. Pushing it down the court. Passes it to Wilson. Wilson to Fuller. Fuller back to Groves. Groves. Fade away, and it's good! Taylor Groves gets on the board early. As we have Dexter Lewis coming down the court, guarded by Groves. Ball is to Stovall. Ends up in the hands of Nathan Dillingham. Then it ends up back in Lewis's hands. Back to Fleming, back to Lewis. Lewis for 3, misses. Boarded by Stovall. Stovall puts it back up for a 2. Quick scoring game here with Levante Ivory. Passes it to Groves. Ends up in Wilson's hands. Back in Groves' hands. Groves drives. Groves, nowhere to go. Passes it out to Ivory. Ivory driving. Ivory 2. And he gets it. Tough 2 there by Ivory. Ball is going to be passed in by Han. Ends up in Lewis's hand, guarded by Groves. Lewis looking. Stovall in the paint. Quick pass, ends up back in Lewis' hands. Stovall. Han in the paint. Blocked, but they're saying it was a foul on Nesbitt. That is his first foul of the night. And Fernie Han, I apologize to anyone listening at home if I am butchering that name, as he knocks down his first free throw. Ball, 1, dribble, shot, misses, boarded. Board by Isaiah Fuller, ends up in Groves' hands. Groves to Wilson. Wilson goes to the paint. Passes it out to Ivory. Ivory for 3, misses. Out of bounds. In Nesbitt's hands, was not out of bounds. Passes in the paint to Fuller. Fuller puts it up. He gets his rebound, misses again. Nesbitt with the ball. Out to Groves. Groves for 3, and it's off. Han to Lewis. Lewis to Stovall. Stovall guarded by Nesbitt. Great defense by Nesbitt. Ball's out of bounds. Bucks ball. Bucks ball. Looks like it's going to be Dillingham passing it in. Dillingham gives it to Stovall. Stovall, Lewis, guarded by Groves. Lewis looking. Hits hand. Great defense by Willie Wilson. Wilson to Fuller, to Groves. Groves drives. Groves out to Ivory. Ivory to Fuller. Fuller to Willie. Willie to Ivory. Ivory Takes to the paint. Misses. Boarded by Anthony. Guarded by Groves. No, guarded by Fuller. Pass to Fleming. Guarded by Willie. Blocked by Nesbitt. Great defense by Nesbitt and Willie Wilson right there. Pass is going to be, ball's going to be thrown in by Fleming. Fleming passes it to Stovall. Fleming with the ball, passes it back down to Stovall. 2 people in the paint. Anthony for 3, misses. Boarded by Nesbitt. Nesbitt to Groves. Groves going. Pass Ivory. Ivory to Groves. Groves in the paint. They got him for